You too. Have a good one.
Hi, how are you? Well, I did not get my Affordable Connectivity Act discount like we were guaranteed twice. And now DTE is trying to fuck me on a bill that is twice my amount of usage. And I would like to dispute that. I can't keep up, I really can't. And also, real quick, I don't trust my math because I have physical brain damage and dyslexia. If you could just add these and verify if my math is correct. If you could, like all those, if you had a calculator, oh, there's a calculator.
Are they saying that you owe these rates a month?
No, I'm trying to, I've kind of lost track mentally, not on paper, but I've lost track mentally of where I stand with my rent payment, which I'm like 2 months ahead with a credit balance extra also that I don't remember what is. I'm just trying to.
Do you need me to get them to go print you out what you owe right now instead of going through?
Well, I want to verify my math first, is what I want to do. I just want, because sometimes I don't see numbers and things correctly.
Okay, so you got 408 for this?
Yes.
I got 3,908, but let me do it again. So that's what you got.
I was looking at your pen. Did you
because
skip
it
one?
was 220, then I saw it was 220, so then I moved down to 440, then I moved to 320, then I did 300, saw it was 300, then I went to 300, then I did 235 plus 235, and the same number came up. And if you want, you can use the calculator to verify that.
That's why I'm asking you, because I trust your math more than I do mine. And I've racked my brain. I did it over and over for about 2 hours, and I kept coming up with the same number. And the different numbers, and then when I finally got the same number a couple times in a row, I said, okay, and I'll have somebody else verify it.
You know, what's going on with this 220, you say you accidentally shredded chapter?
Oh, well, what happened, yeah, that payment is skipped. Everything where there's a payment, I just did that because to show for, you know what I'm saying? To keep the timeline, but all these payments would have been paid. Okay, well, then here's the problem. Because there's an error somewhere, and once again, I'm on the shitty end of the error.
Seems as though I know what the body do is if we pay balance, please subtract that amount from
Yeah, that I'm not even taking into consideration. That is not an option. That is a violation of my rights. I'm not going along with that. I deliberately and intentionally have paid more rent than I'm supposed to every month, which I have check receipts to verify each and every payment. And I did that for a reason, to give myself a 2-month safety net with a few extra dollars to fall on. In the event that, like when I was kidnapped out of here on March 31st, if I would have been trafficked into the psychiatric hospital, which they tried to do and couldn't, I would not have been here on April 1st to pay my rent. And I've been in that predicament before where I might have an accident or something and I'm in a hospital or somewhere and not able to get my rent paid. And then I would be screwed. Or it could go the other way where they accidentally shred my check again, which doesn't come to my attention until mid-month when I call the bank and verify the check hasn't been cashed. At the same time, 2 manufactured first notices were manufactured that I was never served with to prepare for the manufactured third notice that Richard backdated to March 30th and didn't put on my door till some point after April 10th, 1:30 p.m. when I left here on that scheduled ride and never came back. You see where this is going? I just need this error fixed. According to my math, which I don't trust, I think I came up with there should be a 2 full months amount plus some extra. So it's like somewhere around $170 that is short. This here, what they're telling me I have, does not cover 2 months rent. My rent is $232 a month.
Okay.
I'm trying to avoid a problem. I know myself, I know my mouth, I know my attitude. And I am not able to tolerate having my intelligence insulted one more time with one more ignorant answer. So I am not going to deal with them on this. All I want is the error fixed.
Well, fortunately, if you don't want to deal with them, then I don't know how to air it because I don't do what they do.
If you could just be the middleman.
But
and
if I go in there and they say, well, this is what she had, I can't verify that.
Well, I can.
Okay, I don't know what you want me to do, but I'll go talk to them and see.
Okay. Do you want to take these so you can show them what I'm talking about?
What is that?
This is what my rent amount was due every month, and this is the amounts that I paid, which I have checkbook receipts to match each payment. And this is before I put another $135 in for yesterday, or $235. Yesterday this is before October 1st. Okay.
sorry about the door. Give me about 5-10 minutes because, of course, no one reliable is in the office at this time.
Oh, okay. I did mean to write on there that I put another, just to avoid confusion, that let me see, rent paid. I was just gonna start a whole nother ledger starting October. Okay. No. 10-1. 10-1. This is amounts due. 2/32. Okay. This was 3/2. Oh my God, I'm so sick of all this shit I have to go through in my life. Well, the problem is everybody signs non-disclosure agreements and then nobody can acknowledge that I exist, and it's incredibly impossible to get anything done without my rights being violated as a result. The people who have signed non-disclosure agreements.
So,
what is...
How much is your regular monthly payment?
My regular monthly payment is currently $232 as of September 1st. And it's changed 3 times since I've been here, but these are the amounts that it's been for every month since I moved in June. And I've been paying like $300. When somebody's intentionally and deliberately and knowingly doing something a certain way for a purpose, they keep track. And the whole point was to have myself a 2-month cushion with a few extra dollars to fall back on. And that's not only protection for myself, that's protection for the landlord also. 9, 5. What was that last check?
So you're saying that your credit balance as of last month should be this much, not 443?
According to my math, which I can't depend on, which is why I'm asked, I'm trying to get it verified before I just assume or falsely accuse anybody is what I'm trying to do. Let me just put this check number here so I don't forget. 188. Okay. And, like I said, the intention of paying all that extra was for a particular reason, to have 2 months to fall back on in the event I had an accident, and a few dollars left over to cover my ass. And then what they're saying I have does not even cover 2 months, and that was the whole thing I was deliberately doing. So
let me go see if she's back. And you said that
yeah, I did not get the affordable connectivity discount like I was supposed to. I got laughed in the face and ridiculed by the narcissistic DOD Metro contracted agent who, of course, when they bring up your account and they see your account coded, how they're coded, they know to laugh at you. And then, the DTE bill, my DTE bill. Now, there's a long history of criminal activity between me and DTE. And for the last 2 years, I have been on a program that it took me almost a year to get on, that I was being prevented from getting on. And when I got on it, that for the last 2 years has protected me from their usual crimes. Well, that program ended August 30th. So in September, I had my first bill based on usage, starting at a zero balance. Okay, and my usage was 61 something, almost $62. I paid it, and then I said, "Holy shit! That's a little bit more than I want to pay." So I unplugged the air conditioner, which I only used for the fan. I turned off the bathroom fan that stays on, and I have been even more mindful to not waste lights and things like I always am, but I've been more mindful. And otherwise, my energy usage has not changed. And compared to everybody else in this building, now they're trying to charge me like nearly double. And I want to dispute this, and I want to make them read the meter again. And I got nowhere. I wasted an hour of my life on the phone with these criminals over the weekend just to be told to verify I'm low income and get set up on the shut-off protection plan. Well, then I can pay $125 every month on a shut-off protection plan to build up a safety net and get, that's what that's for. No, I don't want to do that. I want to pay my actual usage, and I want these DOD contracted criminals who are using their Patriot Act list to target and sabotage my resources to calculate my bill fairly. That's what I want. I will have my own safety shut-off program where I will save my own money to fall back on. I'm not paying these criminals $125 a month or whatever they want for this shut-off program in case I can't pay my bill. Now see, in 2018, when I was at Northridge, where I had been 20 years before I was unlawfully displaced in my home of 20 years as a result of me being a missing trafficked persons. They were part of the MBA contracts. My bill did the same thing, skyrocketed, and the reason was DTE was actually using my smart meter as the weapon it is to assault me with the electromagnetic warfare that I am continuously assaulted with, and my electric bill shot through the roof. And I don't know what. They're deliberately and intentionally targeting and sabotaging my resources of survival for no other reason than that's what they do. And that was the reason the last time we had to call the Affordable Connectivity Act people. As I always do, I let these people know up front, you are committing a crime and you are committing a human rights violation, to give them the opportunity to not continue their crime and straighten out the problem. That's the whole point of why this has to be mentioned to these people. Or they're arrogant. They're ignorant and they're arrogant, and they're too ignorant and arrogant to learn anything, and they will continue to repeat their own crimes. And the more that happens, the more their lives I'm going to continue to destroy, along with the hundreds of lives I've already destroyed.
So you said you spoke to them and they basically didn't give you the information that you...
No. What I need is I want to dispute the bill. And I do need somebody to defend my rights. I should not have to always be defending my own rights against these crimes against me. And so they need to know, and that something ain't right. A 550 square foot apartment, one person. I have no TV. I have no microwave. Okay, I have lights and fans, and I cook. That's about it. DTE and the phone are my only bill. Okay, my usage did not. And here's the thing: when she went over my usage over the month, there were 3 days in the billing period that said I had 0 usage. Okay, that right there, something's wrong. It's all wrong. There should not be 3 days with 0 usage. And then there were several days where there was a huge spike. And so that right there confirms their meter reading is wrong, and they need to redo it, because these apartments do not cost, when somebody's up to date and current on their bill, okay, everybody around here, their average bill, they have told me, usage is about $60, just like mine was in September.
And this is October. So, did she?
She blew a bunch of shit up my ass like everybody does, is what she did. They see that Patriot Act code in the computer. They know what that means.
So, right here, it says that in August 14th, your bill was $61.20, correct? So then you didn't pay that until September 5th.
No, what happened is I was on a program through Salvation Army, the LEAP program, where my share was $40 a month and the program picked up the rest. And then when I called and paid the bill on September 5th, she told me that my usage is the 61 something, and she said that I otherwise have no previous or past due balance, and that would bring my account down to 0. And so I made that a payment to bring my account down to 0, and then October's bill was supposed to be based on usage again, which should have been right around the same thing. There was nothing left over to carry over. I paid it down to 0, exactly what they said, what needed to be paid to bring it down to 0.
Let me go speak with the nation.
Okay.
Hopefully she's in there. I don't know what I can do about
If
that.
we could call them and tell them we want the bill disputed, that would be great.
So you already spoke with Alicia. What is her name? spoke with
Lanesia.
about this, and she said that she tried to explain it to you.
No, that's not what happened. I did not speak to her about this because I had not realized that I had not realized the amount here. So what had happened, and I have the video to prove it. What had happened is
I'm gonna go actually and print out your rent ledger so you can have the history of all of your rental payments.
Well,
and then
okay.
we can break it down like that.
I've already broke it down compared to my checkbook.
Okay, I'll be right back. So we are going to cross-reference. She printed out, so you have it from 2022.
And I have the checkbooks to match every payment.
Okay, so may I see that really fast?
There's not enough there to cover 2 months with change left over, whether my math is right or not, and there should be. So that's first indicator that something was wrong, which I did not realize until after I attempted to talk to them, and they could not answer an intelligent question with a yes or no, and they could not show me in the lease signed by both of us where it says I am not allowed to have a credit balance to fall back on as a safety net, which I have been doing my entire life. In the last 25 years I've been on this program. And then it wasn't till after that that I even realized there's a problem with the amount here, because this $443 credit balance they say I have would not be enough to cover the 2 months that I deliberately and intentionally did this to cover with some change left over. Sure. And so it looks like, comparing my math to yours, maybe I was $100 off, and which would still be around $496, which is still which would be 2 months and some left over. Which I didn't add the 235, that's why I put a line there, start a whole new series of keeping track.
I mean, you did a really good job. This is what, so I don't,
I always have my shit together, always.
Once again, I don't want to be the asshole here, but of course Richard isn't here. I don't know how to break any of this stuff down, and I go over there. I don't really know how to advocate for this because I don't do this.
Right.
The only way that I will be able to really get to the nitty gritty is if he were here, if we had if all of us were here, and because he's not here in Malaysia.
Okay, if we could maybe set up an appointment for the three of us, because in addition, I have every single check receipt from the day I moved in here. I know, I know what they're doing on their end. They are shorting me of rent that I can absolutely verify they have accepted and cashed, and whether it's human error or it's not is beside the point. All I want is it adjusted and documentation to reflect it's adjusted. That's all I really want out of it, because
this is where they're going. Now, I don't know, but this is what they're probably going to try to say. So, you paid your rent January 1st, 2018.
yes.
It was January 20th. You paid $220, and I'm assuming that that's for February.
Well, I moved in here a month ahead. When I moved in here, I paid for June and July's rent right off the bat, in which I kept it that way by still continuing to make a payment every month.
So I don't understand where these late charges.
You want to know where were they at? That's not directed at you. It's not. This is why I'm dealing with you. I've never been late. I moved in here with 2 months. When I moved in here in June, I gave her a check for $604. Check number 188. I got all the checks. I paid for the prorated month of June, plus I paid one extra month, and I always do that. That is the way I live. That's the way I operate. And every single month I have made a rent payment to stay 1 month ahead, and then I made $300 payments consecutively to get myself 2 months ahead. Now let's backtrack to February. What they did, I happened to notice in my checking account, checking on something else, mid-month, that they had not cashed my rent check. So I called down to the office, and after getting the usual runaround, I was told that, that check got accidentally shredded. So, but no problem, right? Because I I already had a month credit that I deliberately paid in case something like that happened to fall back on. And then I went ahead and to stay ahead, when I put the next month's check in for the 220, I made it 440 so I could keep that cushion that saved my ass. So they're fucking criminals, Mr. Collins. They're fucking criminals, and I'm not the only one in this building they're doing it to. They are doing it to a lot of people in this building. And it's not going to work with me. I have detailed records. I have everything to show. There should not be no... When they accidentally shredded my rent check, which I had to discover myself mid-February and ask them about, okay, it was no worry because my rent was still paid either way, one way or the other. So when I paid the $440 the next month, all I was doing was replacing my cushion that got used and keeping current. Do you understand what I'm saying? So there should not be any late fees, and they better not try to insult my intelligence with telling me there are. And let me tell you something else about that month of February, what they did. Do you see this? Richard manufactured third notice that was backdated to 3/30/2023. He claims I was served a first notice on 2/1 and served a second notice on 2/13. Right about the same time, I called down to the office and had to, pull teeth to find out that my rent check had been shredded. And then after I confirmed that with Lenasia, then I said, while I have you on the phone, my recertification will be coming up sometime soon. And my mail is not dependable because, as the missing persons, everybody signed an NDA not to acknowledge, I am a victim of postal terrorism. So if you put it in the mail, you notice I probably won't see it. She said not to worry. Exact words, I typically put them on the door, and when that time comes, I will put it on the door. Well, okay, that was at the same time that we had that discussion at the same time. Richard claims I was served on 2/1 and served on 2/13 with notices that I never got. And then I left this building on April 10th at 1:30 in that medical ride that you scheduled for me. And I didn't come back for 3 weeks later. When I came back on May 1st was this manufactured third notice to terminate, backdated 3/30/2023, that never made it to my door until sometime after April 10th, after I had left here, which I found down there May 1st. And then I went down there with that. And Lenasia admitted to me, she said, well, it's our mistake. Well, here's the thing. I owed a rental increase because when they redo my paperwork, which was supposed to be done for June 1st, we did that on May 4th. Okay, and I told her, I said, well, I have enough to cover whatever the rent increase will be. She said, oh, well, we can't take it from you because we have to give you a 30-day notice. And I said, well, the paper clearly says if we're late, they don't have to give me. I said, so I don't need to do it. I know I owe a rent increase. There's enough there to cover it. She said, no. She said, if it was your mistake, we would be able to charge you. But since it's ours, we can't. And then I had to chase them around, okay, for what was 3 rent cycles that Lawrence Park did not get the rent increase to finally get the lease in going on August at the end of July, and they couldn't make the rent increase due until 9/1, and they had to, because they made the mistake. So Lawrence Park agreed, these greedy corporate criminals, agreed to lose 3 months of the rent increase. Wow, and here's the answer they told when I was going down there trying to get answers. Okay, she told me that the company is refusing to do any paperwork. This was in June, and I said, well, what does that mean? I said, is this specific to me? Are they only refusing to do my paperwork? She said, no. She goes, they're refusing to do any paperwork at all for the month of June. Well, I've never heard of nothing so stupid in my life. Anyways, once me and my contact got an email out to my UN representatives, the international courts, and everybody who's protecting me here, then this was done. And I finally got it. So that accidentally shredded track, that probably was discovered accidentally shredded after the fact, the same way that poor guy Jim on the second floor's April check that he was accused of not paying was found 6 months later laying out in the parking lot undamaged and with okay, you see what's going on. And all I want is, they say there's late charges on there. I would like a copy of that, please. I would like, there better not. Okay, well, yeah, they got a problem. They got a problem. And they're going to have to sort this out, and they are going to have to give me documentation that states the actual correct amount with no late fees. Okay, this is what they're doing to people. They are running up late, and I'm not the only person in this building, Will. They are running up late fees on people unlawfully and illegally, and then people are getting notices on their door that they owe astronomical amounts of money that they do not own. And they can't do to me what they do to everybody else. Okay, I'm not part of the general public. I am an international agent, and I am never alone, even when you see me alone. I am always undercover by satellite, real-time satellite protection that sees and hears everything, everywhere I go, right through these walls since the day I was born, for my own protection because of who I am. And the federal government might think that they can do anything they want to anybody else, but they can't do it to me. And I am always on top of everything. I always have everything, all my I's dotted, all my T's crossed, and I always have all my receipts and all my records. That's the way I live. That's how I'm cut. That's how I roll. And it's not going to fly. It's not. And I have kept my mouth shut about this, about these different things going on all this time, while I'm not the only one that knows. It's all being monitored. It's all being monitored by who I'm here with. So, if we could set up an appointment then, and so I could show this to Richard, and I could get we could get this error fixed, that would be great. And then, I guess the only problem I have now is the DTE reading that is inaccurate, and the Affordable Connectivity Act that we've done twice, and that they keep refusing to honor. And my frustration is not. It's
no, you don't even have to explain that.
I want you to, I just want you to know that my frustration is not directed at you. And that's kind of why I wanted to just ask you to verify that math, and when it didn't come out right, just see if you could just show them there's an error, you need to fix it, and I need my documentation to verify it. But now they have the nerve, the gall, and the audacity to print me out something that says I have late fees. They're fucking criminal liars.
So, DCE, you want to verify?
I want to dispute this meter reading. as being inaccurate and being one more way to deliberately target and sabotage my resources, in which a crime and a UN human rights violation is being committed against a missing persons in retaliation for being a missing persons. Hopefully they will just do the right thing, because everything is monitored and recorded in real time by international intelligence.
Welcome to DTE. Press 1 to report a gas leak. Press 2 to report a wire down or electrical problem. Okay, then let's continue. Avoid the wait. Visit DTEenergy.com for all your needs. Pay your bill, start, stop, or reconnect service, report outages, and get updates instantly. Our representatives are available to chat and assist you online. Visit DTEenergy.com or download our T-Mobil app. Main menu to report a gas leak or problem, press 1 or say gas leak. To report a wire down or electric problem, or to check an outage status, press 2 or say electric problem. For billing, payments, or shutoff information, press 3 or say billing, payments, or shutoff. To start, stop, or move service, or for construction-related matters, press 4.
3 is the billing people. Then you gotta get past that robot.
I didn't understand that. To avoid any interruptions, please reduce background noise by muting when not speaking or turning off your speakerphone.
Five. Customer service.
Representative. You are now being transferred to the next available customer representative. Thank you for holding. Your call will be answered by the next available representative.
Good morning, Alexis. My name is Willie. I'm a social worker at a local apartment complex. I have a resident down here who's having issues with trying to figure out why her bill is so high this month. Would you like her account number?
Yes, I can definitely look into her account to see why her account is so high, and I definitely can get the account number.
It is 9200-428-46658.
Yeah. May I have the password to the account?
She's right here.
Green.
Thank you. And the full name on the account.
Lisa Renee Salem.
Thank you. And the full service address, including city, state, and zip code.
7000 East 10 Mile Road, apartment 308, Centerline, Michigan, 48015, and the last four of the social security are 5341.
Thank you. Would you like me to speak to the social worker, Mr. Williams?
Yes, you could speak with the social worker, thank you.
Okay. Oh, you're welcome. One moment while I look through your account.
And when we do that meeting, either Richard or Lenasia is fine. I've actually never ever dealt with Richard. I've always dealt with Lenasia. So whoever we sit down with is fine. Just not Tyrone,
I'm
okay?
here. What was the problem with the bill?
So,
Which bill was she referring to more so?
well, the bill that I have right now is for October. It is 107.55. She states that her bill is normally within the $60 range, and she feels as though her meter needs to be reread because she's never gotten a bill this high before.
Okay, so I can definitely tell you why it's this high. She's been using usage during our on-peak hours, which is 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. She used more usage during August. This is for the usage in the period days. The days period for this actual billing cycle was 32 instead of the 21.
I want it reread. I've had enough of these criminals, these Department of Defense.
From August the 12th to September.
They're full of shit. I want it reread.
Okay, so
She's been using her, but we can't send somebody out, so we need her read her meter actually physically because she has an AMI meter, so we don't have to be there to read it, but I actually can send a service tech to come out and read her meter. That will be $10 if they do not see a problem with the meter, which is on her next bill.
They better send somebody out, and they better find a way to explain why it says 3 days of no usage. Okay, this, I'm.
yeah, if you could just please send someone out. And
I definitely can send someone out.
and you said that the peak hours are between 3 and 7.
3 peaks, yeah.
That's always been. It hasn't. That's not a new issue just within this last month. What it is political retaliation against a protected witness, an international intelligence agent, and a missing persons. Interpol yellow notice number 21-22733. Department of Defense contracted DTE. That's what's really going on. Deliberate sabotage and targeting in retaliation. That's what's going on.
So, do you know when the individual will be out? Because I would like to be present as well.
I'm sorry, are you speaking to me or her?
Oh, you. I'm sorry.
You're fine. What was your question?
Do you know when the individual will be out? I would like to be present.
I'm giving the service order place right now.
Okay. Thank you.
One moment. Oh, you're welcome.
contact information for her, or would you like me to get yours? So because the tech actually calls 30 minutes prior before they arrive, and if no answer, they will not come out.
Okay, hold on, let me,
Unless I know when they're coming, I won't be answering.
okay.
My calls are filtered and screened, and my devices are kept off unless they can tell me the day.
Oh, I'm sorry, did you just hear what she said?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry. What did she say?
She said unless she knows the exact day that they're coming, then her calls are filtered, and if she doesn't know the day that the person's coming, she won't answer.
So I physically can't tell her anything until I get the contact information so I can put you through to be able to tell her that. So I will need a good phone number and an email address.
I don't have an email address because of the same criminals, and I don't have a...
But does she have a good phone number? That's understandable. She
No,
have
they
a
stay
email
off.
address? She have a phone number?
My devices stay off because of death and kidnapping
Hold
threats.
on, the number I have on file for her is 248.
I'm not going to be at that number. Let me give you another
I'm
number.
sorry for wasting your time. Do you have another, so you'll answer that number? Okay, we're just...
I have to try to find out what the number is. Oh, son of a bitch. Nobody's time would have to be wasted if they weren't always committing their same crimes over and over.
Sorry, I didn't get your name. May I have your name again?
Sure, my Alexis.
Alex, thank you very much for your assistance, Alex.
Oh, you're welcome.
She's getting the number. I'll give it to you as soon as she gets it.
Okay, thank you.
What is the phone number on this phone? 388 616. Okay, thank you. 248.
The number is 248 388 6167.
Thanks. So that's 248-388-6167, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm still here. I'm just waiting on a response.
No worries. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
So that sounds like it's something I have to be here for. I don't even know where the meter is.
Yes, you will have to actually be there. Someone 18 years or older will have to be there while the meter is getting read.
Okay. Does she know this is like a big apartment building? I don't even know where the meter is.
They'll know where it is when they get here. It's the general place in most of that.
Okay, I'm just wondering if they think like I need to be here to let them in or something.
You wouldn't need to be here.
And that's no problem, but, you know, what did they say? They're going to let me know the day of? Well, I got a life, too. I am scheduled ahead with physical therapy at 2 to 3 times a week and everything. So, when do they let you know?
Hello?
Yes.
Hi.
Yeah.
So at this moment, I'm sorry. At this moment, there's no exact time or date. At the moment, they will contact me right back. But it will give it a time. I will be able to time. Would you like me to call this Super 8-388-6167 with the actual time and date, or would once
That-
I get a response,
today.
or how would you like me to tell you the actual time and date?
Yeah, if you could just give that number a call.
Or do they text it? Do they also text?
We lucky that she.
Usually they blow my phone up with a bunch of unnecessary text messages.
Here
So
comes the message.
that's why I'm asking. Do you send a text, or is it going to be an actual phone call? I need
So
to.
I will actually, I understand. I will actually call you back once I get a response of the actual time and date that the attack will come out to you, which will be today. I will be calling that 248 number, that 248-388-6167 number. I will be calling that number by in the business day today to inform you the actual time a tech will be out to come to your home to read your meter.
Okay, I will have my volume turned on and be watching for it. Because I'm scheduled out in advance with physical therapy, and if I don't cancel with them 24 hours in advance, then I have to pay them $25.
Oh, I definitely understand that. So yes, I will definitely be calling you back. It will be me. I'll be giving you a call back from that number, that 248 number, and informing you of the actual time and date that the tech will be coming out to read your meter.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. You're so welcome. I've already got the reason for you calling in to get a meter check today.
Yes.
Hydro usage. Is
Yes.
there anything else I can assist you with today?
Well, if you want to note, there are some consistencies in the crap they were trying to blow up my ass the other night about this. Like, they have 3 days of the billing cycle where they say there was no usage, and then several days where there was a huge spike in usage. And that should not be the case, because the usage doesn't change from day to day. It stays the same. There's not a whole lot that a missing persons can do all alone in a 550 square foot apartment. Okay, it doesn't change. There should be no 3 days with no usage at all, and then several other days with huge spikes. That is inconsistent.
Okay, so I definitely understand your concern. That's why you did ask for a meter read. If they do see some type of inconsistency with the meter, they will not charge you the $10. But if they do not see any inconsistency and they see that the meter is reading just fine, your next billing cycle will be charged at $10. But they will be out to come view your meter, and they will be able to give you more answers on their actual meter reading as well. Is there anything else I can assist you with today?
Well, now the bill is due on the 5th, and
Okay.
I did put $107 to pay
I
it.
saw that.
Now, I put that aside for myself. I have not paid it yet. If to avoid being late, if I were to send that, and then it turns out that I was overcharged, will I get that credit balance?
Yes, you will get it. You will get that credit balance. I'm not sure how much it will be, because I'm not sure what they will actually tell you. But if they do find an inconsistency in the meter, and the meter is actually reading your unit wrong, you will get a credit if you make a payment and that is not the correct actual meter read that the meter is reading. You will get a credit.
Okay, I will go ahead and send the payment anyways to avoid it being late, and then we'll work it out if there's a credit due. Okay,
Okay.
thank you very much.
You're so welcome. Thank you for calling me, Katie. I hope you have a wonderful day.
You too, bye-bye. The other problem with that is these criminals that just...
Incredible.
And the bill is due on the 8th, where my bill was only supposed to be $52, and I'm not pulling $82 out of my ass. So...
Now, before we call these people, just give me 2 minutes.
Sure.
I just need
Actually, take your time.
No, because
I'll tell you this. Would you want to go ahead and see them, and I can meet you after lunch? Because I have nothing else to do, Will. I don't have a problem with that.
And go get these issues tackled.
Okay.
Now, the only issue is I hate speaking with these people over the phone, because they tell you one thing and then do another.
Yeah, they do.
So, because this is the 3rd time that I'm calling you.
Right.
You know.
And I have all the copies of all the documents we've been using so far. What they're trying to do is they're trying to string me along until that October 6th date comes, and then the application will be expired, and then I'll have to start all over again to do what I've been trying to accomplish for more than 1 year now.
about the Affordable Connectivity Program, press 1. If you are a service provider and are calling about the Affordable Connectivity Program, press 2. If you would like to use our automated system to check the status of your application, press 1. For information on how to apply for the Affordable Connectivity Program, press 2. If you are calling regarding your annual recertification, press 3. If you are calling with questions regarding your internet service, device, bill, or reimbursement status, press 4. If you are calling for information regarding the Affordable Connectivity Program, press 5. To repeat, the ACP Support Center cannot help with problems with your device, bill, reimbursement status, or service. Please contact your phone or internet company. To repeat this message, press pound. To return to the previous menu, press star. To end this call, simply hang up. To repeat this message, press pound. To return to the previous menu, press star. To end this call, simply hang up. If you would like to use our automated system to check the status of your application, press 1. For information on how to apply for the Affordable Connectivity Program, press 2. If you are calling regarding your annual recertification, press 3. If you are calling with questions regarding your internet service, device, bill, or reimbursement status, press 4. If you are calling for information regarding the Affordable Connectivity Program, press 5. To repeat this message, press pound. To return to the previous menu, press star. To end this call, simply hang up.
Did we call customer service last time, or did we? Because these people.
I'm sorry, I did not get your selection.
Customer
Please try
service?
again. If you would like to use our automated system to check the status of your application, press 1. For information on how to apply for the Affordable Connectivity Program, press 2. If you are calling regarding your annual recertification, press 3. If you are calling with questions regarding your internet service, device, bill, or reimbursement status, press 4. If you are calling for information regarding the Affordable Connectivity Program, press 5. To repeat this message, press pound. To return to the previous menu, press star. To end this call, simply I'm sorry, that is an invalid selection. Please, if you would like to use our automated system to check the status, you have exceeded the maximum number of attempts. We are transferring your call to a customer service representative. All calls are recorded for quality assurance purposes. Please note, you will be offered a brief survey after speaking with an agent. We appreciate your feedback. Your estimated wait time is 7 minutes.
As soon as Richard gets in, I'll schedule that meeting and I'll.
Yeah, well, these late charges here for March 2023, this is completely criminal and manufactured.
If you would like to save your place in queue
And I do
have
know
an
that.
agent call you back when it's your turn, press 1. Otherwise, please continue to hold and a representative will be with you shortly.
They don't want to get involved with whatever Macomb County Corporate Council is asking them to do. They don't want to touch it. And whether or not they've signed NDAs also, like many other people have, they don't want to touch it. And they need to understand this. Yeah. Okay.
important to us. If you would like to save your place in queue and have an agent call you back when it's your turn, press 1. Otherwise, please continue to hold, and a representative will be with you shortly. To us. If you would like to save your place in queue and have an agent call you back when it's your turn, press 1. Otherwise, please continue to hold, and a representative will be with you shortly. Thanks for calling ACD. Can I please have the spelling of your first and last name?
Good morning. I'm calling on behalf of someone. Her first name is Lisa, Lisa. Last name Salem, Salem.
And can I get her date of birth?
Hold on, she's right here.
9/22/1970.
And the last four of your social?
5341.
And what state are you calling from?
Centerline, Michigan.
And that contact phone number just in case we get disconnected.
Oh jeez. Hold on, I just wrote it down. 248-388-6167.
And how can I help you today?
My name is Willie. I'm her social worker. We're calling because she signed up for the ACP a couple months ago and said that she was approved and it should kick in on this month around the 8th. However, she received notification that the program did not kick in yet, and we were calling to figure out what's going on, as this is the third call we've made about this issue.
Did she call her provider and have them to attach it to her bill?
Yes.
That's the only way it's gonna kick in and connect.
Yes, they did that.
Okay, so once she's qualified on our end, it's nothing else we can do. It's totally up to the provider to attach it to her bill. Now, I can check and see if they have attached it. It's not gonna work.
No, they haven't. They're charging me the regular amount.
Her provider hasn't.
And what they're doing is they're committing a crime of political retaliation against the missing persons. Interpol yellow notice number 21-22733. And this is a crime of retaliation against a protected witness, an international intelligence agent, and the victim in a very serious international and federal criminal investigation. And I have been trying for over a year, since August 2022, with several failed attempts to get on this program. And Mr. Will Collins, who you just spoke with, the social worker, has helped me several times with all of the steps beginning in August 2023. And the discount was...
So, ma'am, who completed this application for you? Because whoever completed it for you is done incorrectly. That's why they...
Well, it's not done incorrectly, and that's why I have a letter to approve that. Ma'am, I'm informing you a crime is being committed. I have an approval letter. These Americans are going to insult my intelligence with their ignorance one too many times.
For your assistance, I don't know. So you were saying that...
It's funny.
What's going on? Whoever did her application, this program is very sensitive. Everything has to match up and it has to be correct. On her first name, it's supposed to be the first name only, but it's her whole name. Lisa Renee Salmon. Her middle name says Lisa. Her last name says Salmon. So it says on the application, Lisa Renee Salmon, Lisa Salmon. If that's not on her bill, it's not going to connect. Then on the address, it says 7,000 East 10 Mile Road with 3 Ds. Anything like that, it is so sensitive, it will not attach. So she has to complete a application with her name correctly. I know.
You see what they did? They misspelled road with 3 D's, so it deliberately wouldn't match. In spite of we have the
Right.
The middle name says Lisa and the last name says Salmon. So if Lisa Renee Salmon, Lisa Salmon, if it's not on her bill like that, it's going to cause an error and they're not going to attach the application. Her address has the 3 D's. Road is spelled ROAD. So if it's 3 D's, it's not going to connect because
It's not supposed to be.
on the billing statement.
Because they're criminals. They're Department of Defense contracted criminals who added D's to make sure it didn't match.
I saw that this application was mailed in, which is the longer process because it does take about 30 days for mailing applications. I can close this out for her, and if you would assist her with applying online, she can get qualified today with the correct information and call her internet provider and attach it to her bill that way.
And that can all happen today.
That can all happen today. I can close this out for you. You can go to the getinternet.gov webpage and complete the new ACP application. You will see a lady and a little girl at like an iPad or tablet, and if they have a gray apply button, you can just hit apply, put in all her information. I'm checking to see if she has an account. Give me 1 second.
Okay, but before we do all that, I just want you to hear her go ahead, because I don't want to say go ahead and then that's... So, she...
Yeah, this better be done today. It better be. Yeah, it's funny, lady. Human trafficking is real funny, isn't it? Human trafficking is a joke, ain't it? I'm real sick of you persecuting, narcissistic, gaslighting, victim-shaming Americans thinking that human trafficking is a funny thing. There's nothing funny about missing persons, and you will know that, lady. This is how these people are in this country.
Miss Salem, is your internet login Interpol? What did you say the numbers were?
I don't have.
You don't have
Remember,
email?
you gave them your email address because I don't have an email address that can be used.
There is one on file, and we have to make sure.
Oh, I have no
Whatever
idea.
we can do to get this going. Go ahead, let's do it.
Tell her there's no email address. Department of Defense has sabotaged them all. There's no email address.
WILL.COLLINS.
And that is what you gave them.
MGPRESTI. Hold on, my mind is lost. It is WILL.COLLINS at KMGPRESTIGE.com. Yes. And just one more time, you said that username is capital L-I-S, well, capital L, regular I-S-A, S-A-L-E-M 70. Alright, and then you said once we get that completed online, she should be good and we could contact her people today. Well, I appreciate all of
Second, so you can know to do it the same way so it won't cause any errors. So it shows that she qualified, based off, she received SNAP benefit and Medicaid.
yes.
Okay, so let me tell you an easy way when you do the application. It's going to ask you, do you want to run the application, this is so she can get qualified quicker. It's going to ask you, do you want to run the application based off her driver's license or the last four of her social? If you pick last four of the social and you only check SNAP benefits, because she has like 4 check marks there. She has Medicaid, SNAP, Social Security, income base. You only need one to qualify. So just press SNAP benefit, run it based off her social. When you submit the application, it will automatically give you your approval for the qualified application ID number.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
No problem. Is there anything else I can help you with today, Mr. Will?
No, I'm just going to have her get this application started so we can get her ACP going.
Okay, yes, so you can get that done for her today, okay?
All right. Thank you once again. And you enjoy the
No
rest
problem.
of your
Thank
day.
you so much for calling ACT. I don't know why this calls into question. For English, press 1.
These people are full of shit, and you see how these narcissists think it's a funny joke? You see? No, I've been laughed at, ridiculed, and persecuted by these Americans for the very last time. I don't tolerate it. This is a narcissistic, gaslighting, victim shaming, criminal society, a disgusting, immoral, illicit, godless society. And I pray every day that God will open up the earth and swallow these dirty cocksucking Americans in it and close the earth up and just burying them alive. I'm going to strip this. I am stripping this country of its right to exist under international law for being the terrorist corporate state that wages war on against its own people. That is happening. It's happening now. And I'm going to be the one laughing at every single American who's about to find out they don't really own the shit that they own and that their children and grandchildren will never ever have a chance in this life because I ended their chances. These motherfuckers got. You want to be the life of a party? You want to be the standing joke and get a good roar out of everybody? Tell somebody you're a trafficked missing persons. Oh boy, Americans think that's just the funniest shit. It's hysterical to them. They think it's so funny.
So I'm in the process of resetting the password.
What happened?
I'm at the website right now, and because we changed the email to my email, we had to reset your password.
Well, here's the thing. We never did use my email. We used yours, and I have the recorded call to verify that. We used your email address for the same reason I don't have an email address now. They are full of shit. They are full of shit. They know what they're doing. Even though the representative who answers the phone did not previously know, when they open up that computer, they see that Patriot Act code. And they know exactly what's up, and they're full of fucking shit. That's why that bitch, that Homeland contracted narcissistic bitch thinks human trafficking and missing persons is a laughing joke. Like they all do. And that where she said there are 3 D's added to road, well, they did that. That's what they
I
do.
didn't see that.
Yeah, they manufacture shit like that to make things not match. Okay, I have the recorded call to verify. I did not have an email address that you gave the lady yours. I have the whole call recorded. And they added 3 D's to road. I'm not a vaccine damaged retard that would do that. Matter of fact, there should not even be an address on the account at all, because I have never ever had an address attached to this account, and I never even had a name attached to it until August 2022 when I added a name. I have just been known as 1 through 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, going all the way back to opening that account in 2016. Okay, anything that's in there, they put it in there. I added my name, which is Reverend Lisa Renee Salem, and that is my full name that I always use. I don't go by Lisa. I correct people all the time. My name's not Lisa. My name is Lisa Renee, as I introduced myself. I am Reverend Lisa Renee Salem, and that is what was given to the Babylonian CIA Homeland contracted operative up here at the store in the corner to add my name to the account to show up on caller IDs. Reverend Lisa Renee Salem with no address. Anything else they have added when they took the Renee out of my name to make sure it didn't match. This is how they commit their crimes. Department of Defense, they are all the phone companies. They are the cyber terrorists. They are the phone companies. They are the banks. They are Bank of America. They are, in other words, they are the cyber terrorists and the identity thieves, okay? And that's why the crime's being committed, okay? The average lay person doesn't have the resources to carry out the crimes that the cyber warfare, cyber terrorists, and identity thieves of Department of Defense are the ones committing.
Would you like some water?
No, thank you. What I need now is a cigarette. I have 6 of them.
Pull out the whole pack. Pull them out. Okay.
Are we gonna need to upload a copy of my ID or any of this crap that I don't have on me that I'm gonna need to run up and get?
I am not sure, but if so, I believe I have some in your file.
Well, I do have images in my phone. If we did, I could just text it to you, I guess. Or
She said that cause you already, well, we're not going to do that. Miss Dana?
yes.
Okay. So I went to go, reset your password. I reset the password, and now they're saying that the username or password you entered does not match your account. Please try again. Note: this account will be locked down for 5 failed attempts. Listen, can we do this? Can we do this?
And I do believe you. That is what they do. This is called sabotage and retaliation. That's what it is.
How long can we give it a couple of hours and then
Sure.
try it again?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm here until 4.
What time is it now?
It is 11:29.
Okay, you tell me what's convenient for you.
I'll come back at 2:30.
Okay.
And I'm gonna leave this alone. I'm gonna close out, then I'm gonna try to log in again. If I can't log in again, then I'm going to try to reset it again. If that is a buster, we're gonna call you back. Alright?
Okay.
Just give us some time.
That is fine.
Alright, so we
Um,
got these-
if I know I've taken a lot of your time. I apologize
That's
that
fine.
that I have to waste your time because they do this. If you would like to make it tomorrow morning, that's fine also. Whatever is convenient for you.
No, because the 6 is right around the corner, so we need to get this.
8th. It's the 8th.
Right.
Okay, well, I know you got other people waiting, so that would be fine if.
You just go enjoy the statement for me too, okay?
I'm gonna go try and enjoy what's probably the last day of sunlight. Okay, thank you very much. I will see you at 2:30?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna get that situated. As soon as Richard comes in, I'm gonna schedule a meeting with him. And when you find out what day DTE is coming, let me know so we can both be there together.
Okay, I will. I wondered if I have I'll just bring the photo ID and everything down at 2:30. Okay, thank you very much.